Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Audrey. This is now my second YouTube video, and today we are going to be bringing this Entryway planter back to its former glory. This house was built in the early 60s, so this planter as designed does not have any drain holes in it, and it needs to stay that way because underneath it is just a gaping hole down to the floor. So we really can't afford to have any water seep through it. So my plan is going to be plants that do not require a ton of water or care. Also, I have a dog and I don't want plants that can kind of come over the side and hang down that he would have access to. Last weekend, we actually went over to a local nursery just to see what kind of options that they had, and I showed some photos to the employee working at the nursery, and she actually had an awesome idea. What if we got some planters that could fit inside this inset, and when it's time to water the plants, we could just take them out in the backyard, water them, let them dry out, and then we can bring them back in. So stick around and watch us bring this indoor planter back to its original glory.
Here is a better view of the planter from above. When we purchased the house, there was a shelving unit on top, which is where these spindles come in. Obviously, we've since removed that. And I took the measurements. It's 6 feet long by 13.5 inches wide and almost exactly 8 inches deep. Also, I just removed all the contents of this tin insert, and well, I shouldn't even say tin, I should say 26 gauge steel galvanized, since this was from Republic Continuous Galvanized, Republic steel produced in Alabama. It's so cool to see these older homes, you know, like 1960s, 70s, like back in those days, they sourced locally, which is really cool to see. So it's galvanized steel. At the bottom here, there are actually old newspapers. See just a couple, but I want to know how old they are. Oh wow, it's like a whole sheet, like still folded up. Price is good through Sunday, March 8th, 1981. Wow. Now that we have all of the measurements for this galvanized steel inset, let's go find us some planter boxes. I did a fair bit of research to find bins that would fit my planter. So these Brightroom brand storage bins from Target, 12 inches long, 12 inches wide, 8 inches deep, are gonna fit snugly in my planter. 6 for $12 a piece, $72 total. These Brightroom stackable bins fit even better than I was imagining. And the little handles on the side are gonna be so perfect for bringing the plants in and outdoors when it's time to water them. This really could not have worked better. And as always, I'm gonna link everything down below, but here's just another look at the Brightroom bins that I use specifically. These fit even better than I was expecting. And I originally planned to paint them, like spray paint them like gray or something. But since they're clear, they just blend right in. So I think I'm gonna keep it that way, which I'm so pumped about because it's just one less thing I have to do now. I do need to put some drainage holes in the bottom. Obviously, these are not actual planters. There were no planters that I could find, plastic or otherwise, that would fit these dimensions this well. Now that I'm confident these bins are going to work, it's time to put some drainage holes into them. And I'm just using a regular drill and drill bit. A little hard to see since the bins are clear, but there are 5 holes for drainage. Now that my bins are prepped for plants, it's time for the best part, which is actually picking them out at a local nursery. This place was incredible. Stokely Garden Express in Mobile, Alabama, they had so many indoor plants to choose from. And with 6 planter boxes, I chose 2 of 3 different variety of plants. I got a snake plant, specifically the Moonshine variety, a Croton, which is the middle pinky orange plant, and then a Dracaena Warneckii, which is the one I'm working on right in this video. I am also using coffee filters at the bottom of each one of my planters. This is to put over each drainage hole, so water can still flow through it, but the dirt won't. So when you water, you can minimize your mess. From there, it's just your typical repotting process. So we took each one out of their original containers, made sure to let the roots breathe a little bit, made some room in the new planters, and replanted them. We also just used regular potting soil as recommended by our local nursery. The vision in my head does not compare to how these are turning out. As we line this up, I just cannot believe how good these look. Dracaena, snake plants, and Croton are all tropical plants in nature. They do not require a ton of care and are very easy beginner plants, which is part of the reason why we chose them. So each week we can bring them outside in their little planter boxes to get watered, let them dry for an hour or so, and then bring them back in. For those of you looking to do some sort of plant project in the future, entryway, planter or not, just know that we spent over $150 today at the nursery. So projects like these come at a price.
God, it's so cute.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm so incredibly pleased by how this came out, and I can't wait to keep upgrading my home. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's at Audrey Gaynier, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Thanks.